what is the energy that you're stepping into these days? Because there is a new mindset shift. There is something that is changing inside you, maybe also outside of you. We got these two cards first and foremost. The way you are existing in the world, the way you're starting to exist in the world, and the way you're starting to do things, the way you're starting to take action in your life is from a place of peace. Not a place of, I am lacking, I am deficient, so I must do this and this and this. I must try and fit in somewhere. I must, take that path in order to feel fulfilled. You're shifting into a new mindset that is, I am already enough. I am already whole. I am already at peace. I talked about that recently as well, something about feeling like you have already seen the entire world, you've already seen everything, you've already done everything. And so you're in this state of just peace, of detachment from external things, and just feeling I am enough. And I also talked about feeling weird or feeling like you're different, you're never fitting in anywhere. And you've always, I think, felt like you had to try and fit in, or you had to try and change yourself or adapt in some way in order to fit in or to be normal, even though you maybe even don't want to be normal, but you feel like you haven't been accepted, you haven't been mirrored in who you are, and so you always felt wrong for some reason, and or not for some reason, you felt wrong for being different. It's not a very acceptable thing in this world to be different, and so you're changing from that idea of, or maybe if I just adapt a little bit more, or maybe if I just change a little bit more, I will reach a point where I belong and I don't feel weird anymore. I don't feel different. I can just fit in and feel like I'm enough. But you're realizing that you will always be different. You will always stand out, and that's your power. And you can find peace in that, and also I'm hearing like accepting yourself. You haven't received that acceptance from other people. You're realizing that you have to accept yourself. So that just, yeah. It's like you're starting to finally see yourself as you are, accept yourself as you are. You are different. You stand out. You're not like the rest, and that's your power. And when you start to embrace that, there's this big relief and release as well. This letting go of all those expectations that you put on yourself, all those burdens that you have felt because you always felt like you were lacking somehow. You always felt like you were behind everyone else because you were different. So you saw that as something negative. You have seen yourself in that light of like lacking behind, that because you were lacking certain things. This could also be in terms of maybe you're someone who feels quite like you have difficulty socializing, or like doing small talk, like doing normal human things, and you feel like you have to learn those things. You have to be normal instead of just accepting that you're different. And of course we can always evolve as humans, we can always change, we can also always better ourselves. Like it is possible to, for instance, like be better at small talk, but there's also a part of you that just wants to accept that you are different, that it's not just about not being good at socializing or not being good at small talk, it's also because you maybe don't really like it. So it's like, why should I try to be good at it if I just don't like it? Like, if I don't want to. So it's not black and white, because we can always evolve as humans, but you've just been really, really, really hard on yourself and felt like you had to change to fit into this world and to fit in, to try and be like other people, or to try. And also what I'm hearing, you're someone who's very good at mirroring others, seeing others, accepting others. And because you're so good at mirroring others, you are good at putting yourself in a position where you seem like you are normal. You're good at adapting to situations. You're good at being what others expect you to be, and in that way mirror them. And there's a part of you that thinks that if you stop doing that, that you somehow lose your compassion for other people. But you don't. You're still a very, very compassionate person, and you can still be a very loving person, a very accepting and very good at mirroring other people without having to be that person. You don't have to be like other people in order to see them, in order to mirror them. So there's something in you that is starting to really let go of this idea that you have to be a certain way in this world in order to be worthy, and in order to be loved, in order to feel like you belong. You don't have to be in a certain way. You can be exactly who you are in this moment, and you can belong and still feel different and still feel that you don't fit in. And maybe because you're learning to rest more and take your time and just like go inwards, that is bringing you more peace, and and that peace is helping you to, when you do things, when you take action, when you go in the external world, when you do things, you do it with a sense of peace. You do things with a sense of peace. And it's also like maybe you're even starting to, because you're accepting yourself more as being different, you're starting to see that there's actually potential in that. There's actually goals you can have because you are different, because you see the world in a different way, or because you have different interests, or whatever it might be that you feel like you're different with. You can like open up a whole new world, is what I'm getting. That if you want something, if you have a specific goal about something, when you follow that, just like the compass, like when you follow that direction, there's something that can open up for you that is even more spectacular, even more amazing than if you try to just adapt to your surroundings and just go with the flow or do what other people are doing, and always like amputate parts of yourself. When you start to embrace, and when you start to really see who you are, the being you are, and how different you actually are, there's something that will open up for you. And when you start to walk in a specific direction with that peace inside you, the peace of seeing yourself as you are, accepting yourself as you are, that relaxation that comes from letting go of the expectations, letting go of trying to be something else, be something that you're not, really letting go of it and following that direction, following those goals that you have, I feel like it's gonna really unfold in a beautiful way for you, and you have the ability to change the world. You have the ability to impact people around you in a really, really, really powerful way. That if you shut down that part of you, if you try to pretend that you're not different, that you're just normal, things wouldn't be able to unfold for you in that way. You wouldn't be able to make a great impact on the world. So it's like you're really starting to embrace yourself, accept yourself. And the more you do that, the more space you create in inside yourself, but also in your life. The bigger, like the more you accept yourself, the bigger the space there is for the life you have and the life you want to have to unfold. There's also something about accepting your uniqueness. We're all unique, but I think it's when you feel really, really different, you're forced to accept that uniqueness that most people, I think, kind of ignore, because most people just want to be like the rest and just fit in and just um, like we all want to look the same, have the same plastic surgeries, have wear the same clothes. When we see someone wear something, we want to wear the same thing as well. When we see something that's popular, we want that same thing as well, because we want to be popular. But you're realizing that you can be popular, you can be famous, you can achieve your goals, you can impact the world, you can make change by being so uniquely yourself, by being like being as weird as you feel you are, as different as you feel you are. And it's gonna bring so many opportunities, because like no one else can mimic you, because you're so uniquely yourself. No one else can do what you do. So whatever dreams you go after, whatever goals you go after, it's gonna be so, so, so special, because it's not about trying to copy someone else. It's about really listening inwards to yourself, what makes you you, and really going after that. No matter how crazy it is, no matter how different it is, I'm getting the feeling that you see something that others don't see. You see paths that others didn't even know existed. You create paths that other people didn't even know existed. And so when you start to listen to that, when you start to allow yourself to be different, to be weird, and to listen to that and go with that, allow yourself to be directed by that weirdness, that is gonna really be the way you can like become someone in the world, if that is what you want. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be you want to be famous, but you can create really amazing change in the world because you see things before others see it. And so you might be able to see, like, in some instances, some situations, or in some areas of the world, see like solutions, or see how things could be better. Or like, yeah, there's something about being able to see something that others don't see. And so the more you listen to yourself, the better. Let yourself be guided by your weirdness, by your ability to be different, and really indulge in it. Really allow yourself to sink into it. And if you need to like get people at a distance or something, because I'm getting the feeling that the more you're surrounded by certain types of people, the more you are being like directed away from that weirdness, away from what makes you different, because most people want you to comply. Most people want you to just fit in and be like the rest, but you're not supposed to be that. You're not supposed to do that. So if you have to, or if you can, get certain people at a distance and focus on yourself, what makes you stand out. because there is such a great power in that. I'm really getting the feeling that you see things others don't see. You see solutions others don't see. You see how things could be better. Maybe you're someone who really is able to enjoy life. And it's actually very rare these days, sadly, to be able to enjoy life, enjoy yourself, and listen to yourself. And so you want to make the world a better place. You also want to feel better yourself as well. So there's something about like creating a better world, wherever that might be. If it's like in one area, or if it's on a greater scale, like a globally change. But there's something about seeing something others don't see, and you need to really respect that ability and understand how powerful it is. And it's not something everyone is able to. It is highly creative and intelligent people who are able to do that. And we need people like you. Like, if we didn't have people like you in the world would be so much darker. So we need these kind of people who have that ability to see things others don't see, to have the ability to stand out. Because otherwise we're just one big mass of the same person again and again and again that is not thinking differently, not thinking outside the box. So yeah, respect that ability that you have. Even if others don't see the benefit of it, even if others don't appreciate that ability, you need to see it yourself. You need to see your own differentness and let yourself be guided by it. Even if you are met with resistance, which is pretty common because people don't want to see something different, but you need to stay on course. You need to continue to let yourself be directed by that. Let yourself be guided by that. Like, keep your eyes on the ball, keep your eyes on the goal, keep your eyes on the things that you want, and then do those things with that peace that you have gained in accepting yourself for who you are. Amazing. That was really, really beautiful. I hope it resonated with someone, and if it did, then please let me know in the comments. And I hope you have a really lovely day.